What's up guys, my name is the Paper Panda and today is just a little bit different of a video than my normal ones. As you can see, we are not in the world of Destiny 2. We are sitting at a website called legionfarm.com. I wanted to make this, you can call this a review video or story time. I do want to put a disclaimer out there that these are all my personal experiences, thoughts, insights. So it's my experience. I'm not pulling this from another person or trying to misrepresent this and that. It's all my personal experience. So with that being said, let me get into my little story here. So when I was on PlayStation a couple years ago, actually it's been more than that because I was trying to do the raids. And this is before Vault of Glass, to give you a time period. So I'd done Leviathan, but I hadn't done a few of the other ones that came out after Leviathan, like Scourge of the Past. I didn't do that one, but I wanted to, but I didn't have time. So I saw this Legion Farm doing their advertisement. At that time they had a promotion. We'll do all the raids for you in one day for this price. I forgot what the price was, but I want to say it was under $100. Still ridiculous, but I messaged them, we agreed upon it, and I sent them over their payment. They gave me a booster. I then would message this booster, we set the time. I gave the booster my PlayStation information, login, so your username and your password, and of course your username is tied into your email address. So I went to work, they started doing their thing. At the end of the day, I messaged them and said, hey, is it okay if I get back into the account? They said, yeah, sure, no worries. They sent confirmation over to whoever runs Legion Farm, and that was that. Logged in, everything was good to go. I got some cool new armor pieces and weapons. Surface, everything went smooth. But that booster now has my username and my password. And I'm saying that because of where this goes next. A couple weeks later, my account would, I tried to log into my account one day and it said that's not the correct password. And I thought that's kind of strange because I don't remember changing it. But I did I did account recovery. I got everything back. I changed the password, and this would happen several times where I couldn't get into my account. I'd have to change the password. I just get logged out at really random times and have to go back in and change the password. Then someone would try to set up accounts at Best Buy, Target, forgot a couple other stores that required like to apply for a credit card. So I for sure knew at that point someone was trying to steal my identity and set up all these things. I got with my credit agency and my bank, and we did everything we needed to do. I enabled two-factor authentication on my PlayStation account to try to get things back under my control. And it worked out. But recently, within the last 60 days, I would say, I tried to add funds onto the PlayStation account. I don't use it anymore, but someone else close to me does, and they needed funds on there. So I put funds on there, and I put them on earlier in the morning. The person I put the funds on for went in to get them later in the evening, my son. Just so no one goes, oh, well, the person adding funds probably did some shady stuff. No, it's my son. He didn't do anything shady. So he went to get in, and there were no funds in there. He's like, Dad, what's up? You told me there was money on there. And so I go in there. There's nothing in there. I add funds again. And this is, I'm adding these funds $20 at a time. So I'm out 20, I add another 20, and the funds get pulled out again from somewhere, and I get a notification that says, "Hi, did you log in? Did you log in? We noticed you logged in from this and this." And so I looked at it, and it was a time zone that's Greenwich Mountain Time, which is over in Europe. So it's definitely, I live in the US, not in Europe. And it was around the same time that those funds just mysteriously went missing. So I was like, okay, we're back to this game again. So I hadn't had 2FA on that PlayStation account. There is now. I changed the password to some crazy random ass password, and it hasn't been attempted to be gotten back into by anyone else but myself. I said all that to say, when you're hiring these boosting services, and this is my mistake, I thought I'm used to dealing with like a corporate office where it's very professional, and I give you money, you do the service. There's no shady things that happen. Like I thought of it like when I buy something on a website. I give you the money, you send me the item, boom, nice and clean. There's all kinds of checks and balances and you know, a lot of encryption that goes into it. At the time, I hope they've changed things since then, but there was not much of that going on. There were a lot of third parties and things like that, and I should have known better. That was my fault. Again, not a shot at Legion Farm. They have really great scores on Trustpilot and this and that. You can fake those scores, but I hope that, you know, they seem reputable. This might just have been a one-off, but that booster, when he sent the picture, they sent me that picture as confirmation, and it was in a different language. It was not in English. No offense to anyone that does not speak English, but it was in a European language. I'm not familiar with it, but it's too coincidental to not be that same group of people. Now that I'm thinking about it, after I paid them for that boost and everything was done, they sent me a message on PlayStation, and that booster said, "Hey, I'm the person that did the raid for you. If you want to do a trials card, I'll charge you $25 easy." And Legion Farm at that time was, I think, $45 a card. So I asked them, "Oh wait, well, how would I pay you if you're not with that company anymore?" And they said, "Oh, you just shoot at PayPal." And I was like, "Hell no, we're not about to do that. Send random funds to a random person's PayPal account. Now our accounts have done business together. You have, you know, really bad." But I just want you guys to know, if you use these services, they want your username and your password, whether it's Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, what have you. And once they have that information, it's not people sitting in a corporate office, really professional. It's just a group of random ass people, and they're going to send your order to another random ass person in a different country. It's not just in the US or in China or Russia or, you know, all these other countries. These players they pull from, these pro players, are from all over the world, and they're going to send your information all over the world to wherever the booster is that they want to use for that order. And then it's on the honor system. Like, how do you know as the consumer that they shred your username and password, right? I mean, I would like to think people aren't this nefarious about it, but based on my experiences, they certainly can be. What if they're just gathering up your username, your password, and now they got a really nice pot of people's identities? On PlayStation at the time, I had my address, my full actual my government name, all my bank information, my credit card, my debit card. I took it all off since then, and I would recommend you guys do the same thing. Don't just have your card information sitting on PlayStation or Xbox, things like that. I go prepaid now. If I have to load funds on there, just put the prepaid. I grab that prepaid card and I just load it on there, and I just make sure my son knows, hey, this is the amount you need to spend it, like, right now. And that's how we do it. I haven't had any issues since then. And for the third time, this is not me taking shots at Legion Farm, so I don't want someone that's you know, one of their top guys getting pissed off at me about it, like, "Oh, how dare you talk bad about our company." No, I'm sure you guys are doing your thing. And, my hope is that you're reputable. But that particular booster you guys assigned the account, he was a shady person and attempted to steal my identity. Anyway, guys, not trying to turn that into a rant, just trying to share my experience. At the end of the day, if you choose to use a boosting service, you are taking, in my opinion, after my experiences, you're taking a big risk. You're giving them your account username and password, which is also your email address. And depending on how you set your account up, you've allowed them to now know your identity and your parents' identity, or whoever handles the account. So just keep that in mind. And you're paying real money for virtual items. That's the part that blew me away too. Is after I was done, I kind of thought to myself, you just paid. You work, so you paid real money for virtual items. That was really foolish of you, and I haven't done it since then, and I'm not going to be doing it again. But cautionary tale that I would share with you. Hopefully you guys don't, the same thing doesn't happen to you. Alright guys, I want to say thank you so much for all the new subscribers. My channel is growing like crazy right now. I really appreciate it. It gives me extra motivation to keep cranking out new content for you, and I'm very grateful. So, as always, stay healthy, stay safe. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.